Hi, ho everyone, my name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. In today's episode, kind of hard to say what we talked about because we didn't write it down. We started talking,
and then
90 minutes later,
we finished.
Here we are, recording the intro.
I had fun.
We talked about...
We talked about PAX for a little bit.
We talked about a little bit about PAX.
And what we did at PAX.
Destiny's puzzle at the beginning, Omega Wall.
We talked about...
Really interesting Patreon questions that led to just a bunch of tangents.
Yeah. That's why I love the
Unending
Patreon questions.
tangents.
That's like my favorite part.
They lead us down bizarre roads.
You get to hear the extended Dream Team lore.
That's true.
And you get to hear about stuff. I really can't think about what we talked about.
We should really write down next time. Like, okay.
Yeah, we didn't this time.
Yeah,
but that's when people are like, "Oh, sick!" It's like one of the best ones because
this is like a spoiler-free intro.
I literally got here, sat down. Hi, Edie.
Yeah, I had the room ready. I'm like, here we go. We're going in. I got to get to the gym.
And now,
but you got to get to listening to this podcast.
Oh, that's a good transition. Blue, help me out here. He makes it look so easy. It's hard. Like, this is it. Like, we're in it, by the way. Like, this is it. This is our intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast. I got to salvage this wreck.
I was trying.
It's a train wreck. Where are you?
Yeah. The only 8-star rated podcast. And we're back. And we don't know. We should be on audio this week.
Maybe. Maybe.
Should be.
Well... Our guy at the studio was out, and then
they're always out. We're always out.
We had packed.
I'm the casual fan. They're always gone.
Listen, that was 2 weeks in a row of audio on time. Our poor audio listeners, you hate us. It's not.
No, we love you. We love you.
We also just like to do things very last minute.
Yeah, but procrastination.
And for anyone that isn't us, i.e., our company, that doesn't really work, especially when they have weekends off. It depends on what I'm doing.
It's like school. Like, were you?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, really? Yeah. Same.
Habitual procrastinator.
Procrastination made me work harder though. Like, I always was like, well, I gotta do it now.
Well, like, does that make you work harder? Or it's just like it just stressed me out.
Well, it stressed me out.
Like, I don't have any other choice. It's either do it now or I don't get it done.
Yeah.
So then I get it done.
What about you, Blue? Are you a procrastinator?
It really depends.
You procrastinated on that answer.
Oh,
I really never. Like in school, I would just get it over with to get it over with. But
really?
If I'm very interested in something, like super, like my brain has decided, yes, this is what I want to do, then I will. I'm literally the least What's
Take two, say procrastination.
Oh God, the least procrastinative person.
Whoa!
Wow.
I think you just made that up. I don't think that's
not a word, is it?
I don't think that's like a word. And now, if I had said that, the whole world would have flipped upside down and said Rob's an idiot. But we'll give Blue a pass there.
I mean, I feel like all of us could say that. Like when it comes to like, Fruit's like a YouTube video, could you really say Fruit procrastinates on YouTube? Absolutely not. This dude
no way
turns these out.
No way.
Or with Rob.
But he does procrastinate when he does before he goes on vacation. But that's because he just has no choice.
That's more because you shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Yeah, it's essentially the same as school, except I didn't procrastinate. There's just literally so much work to do. I don't have a choice, and I pull an all-nighter.
It's like literally if school gave you like half a semester's worth of their work, and it's like, all right, just do it by this weekend.
Do it tonight.
It's literally been on the syllabus since day one. Like, okay, well, just so you know, now you've got the whole semester. Day before, like. Oh, wait. We get to it in tomorrow. That's finals.
I did that for my sports writing class. Oh, that was bad. It was like, go and interview somebody during out this whole semester. I was like, I have 2 weeks left. Like, I'm so screwed.
Now that you mention that was my least favorite thing about doing, because we had the same degree.
Yeah.
When we went to Colorado State University.
Go Rams.
It started journalism and technical communications, and for some reason, midway, they changed it to journalism and media communications. I don't know why. Or was it the other way around? Doesn't really matter. I think it was JMC.
No, from JTC to JMC.
Yeah. Well, so the journalism part, I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
But the other part was like graphic design, film, editing, the interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they split that into the same degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Yeah, it sucked.
Why?
Don't ask me, man.
School, dude. And guess what? They charged me like $1,000 a day for that.
Like every day you show it in the class, like we'll be taking
Slight
retweet. Yeah, it was stupid, but so we had that. So that meant we had to take a certain amount of journalism things, like newspaper and all this kind of stuff.
News writing sucks.
News writing. And here's the thing. It wasn't a hard class, and I'm not bad at writing.
Mm-hmm.
But when it all calls for, like, okay, so you have this thing due in 2 days. You need to go out and interview 10 people, these like businesses. I'm like, just thinking about it right now, it gives me anxiety. Like
walking into a business store and being like, hey, can I interview you guys?
I didn't want to interview. I didn't want to bother anybody. I didn't want to approach anybody I didn't know. Like, I was just like, please, no, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, I'm not going to be doing this. So like, it's not like, oh, you'll get more comfortable. No, I don't. This isn't me. And so 9 out of 10 times, I think even you did it with me for a few times.
Like, now that I'm like thinking about it, I was like, I think I like was one.
We like faked to interview just friends and like changed their name. Like
I totally remember that now. Yeah.
My roommate, for instance, his name was Corey, but I'd be like, all right, Corey, I got this interview. I'm not interviewing you. So pretend you're this person. Go.
Yeah, you are.
And they just give me like weird answers. I'm like, perfect. Okay.
Nailing it.
Done.
Yeah.
I was like, your name is Bob.
Yeah, I think I did that with like Blake. I was like, Blake, you are a mechanic. What do you like about it?
God, yeah, thinking about that right now. Oof.
But yeah, they'd always be like, go and find a student athlete to do that for. They had that for like the whole semester, and I like waited. I was like, oh God. I just interviewed some like track guy who's really cool about it.
Well, the thing is, I don't think I genuinely, maybe like one person throughout the whole semester, but every other one was flubbed and they never knew.
Oh, really? Who was the interview? Like, who did you go and what was it?
I think it was towards the end. I had to go like interview a teacher somewhere on campus, I think.
Okay, see, that's kind of
that one wasn't as hard too.
Because it's a teacher. Like,
yeah, and you like they have office hours. It's easy to find them, all that kind of stuff. And but like random people and stuff.
Like a business. Hey, can I interview you guys about like why you enjoy this? They're like, Or
there's one back in Fort Collins. It's like, should females walking around be able to be shirtless? What are your thoughts?
Just like, going asking people that.
Yeah, that was like when they were trying to pass that law because they did now or whatever. But you're supposed to ask. I was like, I don't want to do this. I get secondhand embarrassment from just watching people interview other people. Yeah, I don't need to experience.
So when you see cringe happen, you cringe. Oh, so you avoid cringe at all.
You guys are meme lords, though. You guys could have memed that hard.
No, I don't think at that time I was a meme lord.
Hashtag free the titty or hashtag titty nah.
Yeah, I was probably a normie then, bro. I didn't really become like a meme lord till I met you, Blue. Like you turned me into a meme lord. All the like dream
You're
team
a meme king.
Now I used to be a normie. Like Shark taught me how to Twitch chat, like PogChamp and all that kind of stuff.
No, you have to say that into the camera. I used to be a normie.
But I learned with better Twitch TV.
I was a normie.
Every day was hard, difficult.
Oh.
I hated my life.
I want to see this movie.
Then one day.
Is this the ad read or not the ad read? The
yeah, this is.
I always say that. I always say ad read, but I mean
podcast review.
That review. Why can't I think about
that? I was
that?
going to read one, but I got distracted.
Oh.
Not by what we were talking about. Over 2,000 ratings now. Thank you, guys.
2,000.
Oh.
We're stuck at 5 stars on iTunes just because it won't let us go higher.
Okay, I've written in multiple times.
But I'm pretty sure we're like 8 stars.
It's because we go so far past the measurement that it doesn't show up on the measurement. So we're on the Fruit Dream Team GG Easy measurement. It's clear that we're the 8-star podcast once again.
This reminds me.
Makes more sense than Fahrenheit.
I haven't been able to watch Chernobyl since right before we went to PAX.
Oh.
But it reminds me. Blue, have you seen it?
I've already watched the entire thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So like in the first episode when he's like, get the counter or whatever, it's like 3.54. But that's as high as it goes. And he's like, 3.54. Okay, that's not very bad. But they're like, that's as high as it goes. Same with the podcast. Their counter can't keep up with our radiation. Or in this case, our rating.
I hate that little 1-star one, dude.
No, but look. We have a 4-star now.
Oh my!
That's what distracted me. Are you kidding me?
I hate the 1 and the 4. Ugh.
Wait, but does the 4-star have a written rating? Because I'm actually super interested. Like, what if like they have like really valid criticism?
Yeah, they might. No.
I mean,
no valid criticism. No, see, and then if I bother to find the 4-star and read it right now, you know what everyone's gonna do?
Right at 4 stars.
Give us 4 stars. No, we're biased here.
No, please don't.
5 stars, you don't get read.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Actually, no, me. Yeah, 5 stars and you don't get rid.
It's against like the law. 5 stars, you don't get red. But nah, but for real though.
But
like,
I'm not joking.
We meme it, but
joking.
like, come on. But like, unless like you actually have some real criticisms or something, and you're like a movie critic or something, I don't know. I have to ask you, like, did you like The Rise of Skywalker? If you say yes, then your opinion is immediately nullified.
Then
immediately over.
I'm going to contact Apple. Can we delete this review?
What else did I hate about that movie?
Don't even get. Oh, what?
Did you find the one? What are you?
I found the 1 star.
What?
It's literally just 1 star titled Balance, and it just says, "I'll just balance out the rating here. Don't mind me."
That's not balancing.
Stan has a blog. No one reads it because you suck.
Wait, what? The balancing it out.
What the heck?
See, this is like the people who like in 2016 presidential elections. These are like the people that like literally wrote in Harambe. Yeah, this would be funny. My friends will think I'm the best meme lord. Guys, look, I voted for Harambe, and literally everyone's like,
"Blessed did that."
Why did you do that? No one cares, bro.
Like Harambe did.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, did you find the ad read after finding the 1 star, dude?
The review, not an ad read, Rob.
Why do I keep saying that?
Oh, I gotta read this one. This is an older one, but I've been scrolling. But look, the title of it is 7 stars.
Oh, that's cool.
This was before we got upgraded to 8, but I appreciate it.
That's really cool. That's big brain. I was like, whoa, they can like do that in the title?
That's 11 stars, or 12 actually, if you add them all.
Okay, nice.
Now we're 12 stars.
Okay.
This is from Curtis Sud. Curtis Sud. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I've been a big fan of Fruit, Blue, and Rob for 4 years now. Haven't missed a Fruit video since the first Poco Watch. These 3 and the extended Dream Team are hilarious together and on their own. If you haven't yet, check out the podcast on YouTube. The reactions and the expressions are priceless, especially Blue's face. Very true.
Yeah,
very true. I don't know how you hold that, man.
You always are like the most perfect shave every time I see you.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, being emotionless tends to make your hand pretty steady for getting a proper shave.
Oh, okay.
Reminds me of like Christian Bale and American Psycho.
I've never seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the one kind. That's the movie like with the meme. He has like the axe, right? Yeah,
it's all bloody. Yeah, have you seen it, Blue?
American Psycho? Who hasn't seen American Psycho?
Well, this guy.
Me.
Wait,
me.
I thought you were talking. Oh,
no, I've never seen it.
He was like, okay, yo, what are you doing? Get out of here. First you don't watch anime, now you don't watch American Psycho.
Yeah, I don't watch anime. I watch
fix one, fix the other 2
animes. By the way,
maybe you're gonna make it 4 one day.
Nah,
it's a big jump though.
I don't know. That's a lot of animes.
Freaking eye.
What's going on over there?
I don't know.
You're saying something's in my eye, but then you're scratching both eyes.
I know, but it's my OCD. If I scratch this, I have to feel like a.
What?
Otherwise, it feels uneven. It's not important.
You have to balance.
Yeah, just like that 1 star.
Yeah, I was like, you're that guy.
No, I'm not that guy. That OCD messed me up. You keep it 5 stars, and we wouldn't have all these little blurps at 4 and 1. I can't find the 4. But I'm gonna find him IRL. I'll be like, change that to a 5 right now. Yeah, and then we'll read it.
Can he retroactively make it a 5, and then it takes away the 4?
Probably not. No.
Can you please make it a 5? The 1 star guy. Like I don't.
We're like begging
that.
You, dude.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't like that. I don't like it when you do that.
Actually,
so please stop.
Keep it this way.
Oh,
because as long as we only have 1, 4, and 1, you can add those to 5.
It almost makes the 5 stars look more impressive too, because it's like, whoa, like maybe that's like 101 stars,
but we have like
a gazillion 5 stars. Okay, but don't make 1 star.
Wait a second.
Yeah, stop.
Wait a second. Again, we're not really.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like make it supportive in my brain.
We're trying to rationalize it. Thank you very much for that review, and thank you very much to our Patreon supporters.
Oh,
we have our producers, of course.
The Stands,
the Stag, Omega Arts, Saith, and Big Sexy, or the Stag, Omega Saw, Big Sexy Arts, the.
I like that one more. Or yes, sir. Oh my, sexy. That's just written it backwards. All of them backwards.
You said sexy though. You didn't even say it backwards.
But sexy forward is sexy backwards. It's one of those. Don't like look at the word.
I don't think it's a palindrome.
Oh,
that's the word you're looking for.
Yeah,
palindrome.
Wow, look at this guy, race car.
Hey, okay.
That's the only one I really know. Yeah, that's the only one I really.
What's that one D1 hand cannon Blue? That was a palindrome. God, not like literally called palindrome, but it was like 2 different.
And it went forward the same backwards. It was a D1 gun.
Yeah,
that's how.
But it was like 2 different words too. So at first I didn't even realize.
What were the perks? If you tell me what the perks are and where it dropped.
Oh, okay. So like the god roll, you were looking for a rifled barrel. I have no idea.
I mean, I know there's literally the palindrome, but I don't remember
because I remember there was one. I just can't remember the life, but the description literally was like something about a palindrome. Didn't trigger me. Whatever.
Can we talk?
I'm literally gonna look this up right now while you guys go over whatever you're talking about.
Can we talk about the fucking puzzle was solved and they gave the gun that was in the roadmap away?
Are we gonna start with that? Because
yes, we have to. We have to.
I'm very interested in how you guys feel about that.
I think it is a fucking so classic Bungie, dude. Like you gotta be.
Out of touch.
That was so dumb and like so out of the realm of possibility. I didn't even think that could have happened. Like that's how dumb it was. And then to hear that that's what it was, I was like, what are you doing, man? Any other gun, any other thing. That's the worst possibility that it could have possibly been.
Here's my view on it.
Okay.
I was disappointed for sure, and it seems like a lot of the people who did it weren't as disappointed just because they got to partake in the puzzle itself. But I don't know how they feel about the reward, because the biggest problem with the reward is the fact that they put it in the roadmap. And they said, hey, this is when it's going to happen. So we're like, oh, we'll get a quest then.
Yeah.
And then this mysterious puzzle shows up. So like, oh, this must be something not on the roadmap. JK, literally just the gun. It's a week early now. That's it for this season. Have fun.
Is it good?
Not really.
No.
It's just okay.
It's cool though. I mean, it's definitely unique, but
and I think
it's not like
the big problem they did too is that didn't they like take away like you don't have to run through that whole maze, right?
The reset, you can just now anyone can go to Saint and just pick it up.
If I was the dudes who made the puzzle, why the fuck did I do all of that and like figure out the path if the people who are going to get the gun don't follow the path that I just spent 40 fucking hours or whatever it is like trying to figure out? And now they can just go and like do the quest. Like I think that sets like a bad precedent because then like these cool people who like do all these puzzles that I'm not gonna do. The next time this is something like this happens, they're not gonna like want to do it. I mean, they will, but like I think it'll be tainted in some sort of way to other people. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. What do you think about it? Our resident Destiny 2 expert, BlueWestlo.
We know a guy.
I mean, the puzzle was super sick, and that was exciting to watch. And by exciting to watch, it means I didn't play Destiny for a week and came back, and the puzzle was done.
Yep, sounds about right.
The puzzle was cool. Seeing everyone solve it was sick. Seeing like community puzzles, like everyone pitch in for it was pretty cool. I wish there was a more official way to do it. Like everyone go to Bungie.net and plug
and like upload your screenshot or something.
Yeah, plug it into the site, and if yours works, then it'll go on the official Bungie map. And once the map's complete, wow, everyone look at this map and do the puzzle, and that would have been really cool. I thought that would have been way better than just hand it to a bunch of streamers and make it happen.
Yeah.
For me, the weapon definitely was not nearly as interesting as it should have been. People were like making this kind of like lore based, it's canon type reference where it's like, oh wow, we literally pulled the gun from the future. And to I say sick.
Oh, dude, no way. You're just making excuses. I'm sick. No way. People are really saying that. Like we took it from the future instead of just we were just way quicker than they really thought they could possibly.
You know what that reminds me of? Like excuses like that is when I was in graphic design. And I'm like, here's this art. And she goes, it kind of looks basic. I'm like, well, actually, it resembles like my emotions. And
oh my god!
You just like
I want to be straightforward.
Yeah, like I went with minimalistic, not because it's all I can artistically do, but simply because it's the same thing. It's like Bungie's like,
just works.
Oh yeah, you pulled it from time. Dude, that's crazy.
This is really the first time we've ever had like a puzzle this big to be rewarded by something that we already knew about.
Yeah.
You could say the same for like Whisper and Outbreak, but at least those like we didn't have in the game. Like
Outbreak like wasn't even like data mined or anything, right?
We didn't know this existed. And with this game, I mean, with this puzzle, it was like we literally saw it in the time. I think if we didn't know this gun was coming out, it would have been way cooler. But the fact that they spoiled it, is really depressing.
Wow, did you watch your own videos?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
looking back in the palindrome video to see?
Yeah, maybe I was mistaken. Maybe it's the description for the gun.
So I can tell you right now, it wasn't the description of the gun.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, a palindrome is a word or phrase that reads the same forward as it does backwards. The flavor text for palindrome hand cannon reads, "Draw, oh coward," which, you guessed it, reads the same forwards and backwards. So it was in the flavor text of palindrome.
Yeah, it must have been actually. I could have sworn there was a gun though. I'm probably
like the name of the gun.
Yeah, I'm probably mistaken. No, that's probably what I was thinking of.
Maybe you saw that and you're like, "Oh my god, wow, draw oh coward! Oh my god, I love that."
So the Bastion.
Oh my god.
So what's after the Bastion now? Because like if the Bastion was on the roadmap,
season, I guess.
Next was it the last thing on the thing? Is there anything after the Bastion?
Crimson Days, I think.
Oh okay, so that's you two. I'm not. No. Oh, come on. You love
after Bastion. There's supposed to be this event called the.
We're 20.
No, that's your guys' thing. Dolphin Deer. Yay.
We haven't done doubles in like 2 years, so
yeah, but that's exactly. I haven't done doubles with him since like Call of Duty.
Oh, well, that's more recent.
Yeah,
that's pretty recent. Also, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not Destiny. See, that's you guys' thing.
You've gotten more doubles than me in the past 2 years. So.
Yeah, so that's why you should do Crimson with him, not
I don't even think we've done... Have we done Crimson Days in D2?
No.
I don't think so.
That sounds awful. That sounds bad. I remember the first Crimson Days was just the worst ever. Just supers. Like I forgot what it was. Like Warlock Self-Res would like be the last alive and you couldn't kill it. It was like a final boss. It was insane.
Raid boss.
Basically, what we're saying is there's nothing really left this season. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's the Empyrean Foundation, which is supposed to be some event. I don't know what that event entails, so it could be like a really fun thing.
I doubt it.
That comes out on the 4th of February, which is 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
And then some Sundial boss, blah blah blah, and then Crimson Days, and that's it. So
let's get it.
This has been a season.
So it sounds like more Temtem. I keep hitting the stupid microphone. More Temtem, Call of Duty, Battlefront, and literally anything except Destiny until next season.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I haven't played Destiny like at all since the raid. Like, that was probably the last time I really played Destiny.
Well, that's the one thing that'll motivate me to just grind. Is like a day one raid.
Oh, there's nothing like it. It's the best.
But then like when we did it, like after that, I'm like, I don't want to play Destiny for a while now. Like that was good. I just played way more Destiny like 5 days than I have in the past like year.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm tapped out. But it is always fun. Although,
whatever, you're on your Temtem grind, bruh.
Dude, literally every Tuesday, I'm literally booting up D2 to play some raids.
Okay, but then every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you are grinding Temtem.
Okay, that's fair, but like, I still like.
My problem with raiding Blue is just like I just don't fucking care. I don't care about the drops. Like,
and that's fair.
Like,
no one really cares about the drops.
But it's camaraderie, Rob.
We just booted up to play with the buds at this point.
Yeah, and like I love playing games with the buds, dude. Just not Destiny. Like I would play anything with you guys other than that. I mean it. You guys say golf it, I'm there. TTT, I'm there.
What about my favorite turn-based game?
Is it a card game?
You should try Legends of Runeterra.
I was actually going to talk about that. Have any of you played Runeterra? Right?
No, he's been grinding, but I haven't.
I have. Have you, Blue?
No.
It's dope.
Yeah, you like it.
There's a few problems with it currently. I'll quickly go over it.
Mm-hmm.
So Legends of Runeterra, for those who didn't know, is a card game from Riot Games. Their first official second video game. They technically had Teamfight Tactics, but that was arguably still a part of League of Legends.
I would say like TFT is more so like of its own game than this. It's a card, like it's still using all the same properties. Why? How is this not League?
I mean, TFT is more like a side mode from.
That'd be saying like Hearthstone isn't a game compared to World of Warcraft.
Okay.
I mean, they had to literally create an entire card game, mechanics, how that would all work. I mean, the only thing they take is like names and designs of characters.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like just the champions, really.
Okay.
Teamfight Tactics, I would think it's more like a mod. I mean, that's how like auto chess came out. Because I mean, I would say Teamfight Tactics is a new game, but a lot of people argued that because it's still like in the League client,
it's still League of Legends.
Yeah, it's still League of Legends. But anyway, new game. It entered open beta yesterday. Yeah, so January 24th. Anyone can access it. Progress won't be getting wiped anymore, which is cool.
Oh.
And it is, I would say it's in between Hearthstone's approachability and Magic the Gathering's depth.
Okay.
It's like in the middle.
That's nice.
I like it. And the thing they're going to with is that it's like the most fair economy-wise card game. In fact, like right now, there's not even a way to like buy packs or anything.
I was just about to ask, like, can you buy packs yet or anything like that? Okay.
So it's all supposed to be mainly driven by just in-game, and you can pretty much get everything you want as long as you play. And then most of the revenue is driven by cosmetics. You can like change what your game board looks like, and it comes with like different music and effects.
Do the cards have skins?
No, but I'm sure that's coming.
Okay.
And then you also have your, I think they call it Little Legend too in this, but he's like on your game board. Normally it's a little Poro, but like I got a T-Hex. It's like a mechanical T-Rex. He's super cute. You can like interact with him.
So there's more ways to waste my money.
Yeah, exactly. And so that came out. I played early access a little while ago when it was like closed alpha or whatever.
I didn't get in.
And I really like it. The only problem people are having currently is it's so hard to grind multiple things right now. Like everyone feels like their first deck they craft has to be the perfect one because currently with the economy and stuff, there's no way
to build a second one.
Like once you've built one, like even me, like I'm pretty much out. That was it. And the first one
out of what? Like dust or crystal? Like
they have like shards is what it was called if you want to craft, but you can also get wild cards, which are like if you have a common wild card, you can craft any common card. Unfortunately, the first one I crafted, I was like, oh, this looks cool. It sucks.
Bad card.
Yeah, so now I'm kind of stuck. It comes with some starter decks, which aren't terrible. But the main one I like too is Expeditions, which is the equivalent of like Hearthstone's Arena. You get 2 trials, and whichever one has the most wins is what you get your reward based off of. And your boy went flawless first time.
That's what, 7-0? I saw your tweet.
Well, the way they do it, so it wasn't 7-0. So you have 7 wins you can get. And when you lose a game, if you lose the next one, at any point you lose 2 in a row, you're out. So you can lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 1. You could do that forever if you wanted to. And then at the 6th game, to go on to the perfect win, you only have 1 shot. It's a win or lose. And we pulled it out.
Nice.
So the reward was cool.
What was the reward? Fun. Like, what do you get from that?
Like a champion capsule and something else, like pretty rare stuff.
Now, what's a champion capsule? Like, was that the equivalent of like?
So like champion capsule.
Is that a legendary?
Yeah. So it came with like a common, rare, epic champion wild card, and champion wild card's the most expensive. It's like a legendary. And then some, like a lot of shard and all this other stuff, which is dope because champion wild cards are the hardest to come by, obviously. But I've been enjoying it. The actual strategy of the game I really like. Because you like take all these mini turns and you get to react to what people are doing sometimes. And there's a lot more to your turn than it seems like. Like, do I attack immediately so they don't have anything to reply and then play stuff? Or do I play stuff, get greedy, build a bigger board, see if they have any replies, blah, blah, blah. The whole like defense mechanism where you can choose who to bring up to defend your health.
How do you win?
So you each have 20 health of your nexus. It's essentially like 20 health for your character, whatever. And if that falls to 0, you lose.
Okay.
So it's essentially like Hearthstone.
But I thought like they knocked down like towers and stuff. Like, oh, okay.
No.
So it's just face.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
2D face.
All right, sweet.
And well, that's why I'm saying it's like a hybrid of Hearthstone and Magic.
How long do each game last? Like,
I would say depending on the deck, anywhere from like 7 to 20.
That's not bad. That's like pretty normal.
And yeah, I'm just all about it right now. Plus, I'm on that grind because that's the current issue with the economy. Is it is very fair and like
balanced,
rewarding, in that like it's almost everyone's gonna just play free to play.
Yeah,
but it's also like if I don't get these quests done today, I'm missing out on this amount of XP.
It's like that grindy. Like you have to,
because they have a weekly vault. So every week on Tuesdays it resets. and all the XP you gain that week starts to upgrade this weekly vault. And then you can max level the weekly vault, and come Tuesday it will open and have crazy stuff. Right. So, and the main bonuses you get are from like different quests and PvP bonuses every day that decay after a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, my quest reset. Oh God. And then, now there's some, I can re-roll this.
That video can wait till tomorrow. Like,
yeah. So.
Are you going to make a video on it?
I made one a while ago.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do crazy. It will probably just be one I either just stream for fun or about my own.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I think you guys should at least try it.
Oh, I'm going to try it for sure.
You know what else is fair?
What?
This ad read.
Oh,
hey.
Good job, Blue.
Very fair. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GG Over Easy podcast. And quick aside from what we were talking about, took a quick poop break.
Ew. No, stop. Don't.
No. That's all there had to do with poop.
Okay. You literally pulled out your phone. You're like, I took a poop. And I was like, he's going to show me. I was like, no.
Okay. To be fair, you're the one that wanted to see it.
Yes,
I didn't show it to you. You're like,
I
show
get
it to me.
Yeah,
all right.
I did. I wanted to see it, but like, good Lord.
I saw some memes on subreddit from the Reese's video. And I saw this a lot in the comments as well. But this guy's like, I love the video, but holy crap! Can I not stand people calling them Reese's? They're Reese's.
They're Reese's.
Well, here's the thing.
I call them Reese's.
Yeah, I admit that you're right. It's Reese's, but I call them Reese's.
Oh, so Reese's is right.
Reese's is definitely correct, but
yeah, because it's with the apostrophe, it's possessive. So technically, the Reese is like the Reese's.
Yes, he owns
those
that.
are his. Yeah, but.
Which is very weird.
Growing up, I just always heard Reese's. And when I look at it, I just immediately think Reese's. I don't know.
Yeah, I say Reese's.
You're right, but I'm still going to say Reese's.
Yes. It's like Jif and Gif. I say Jif.
What?
Yeah.
Our friendship's over.
What?
See, the problem with
I say Jif.
I see so many people say Jif. No, I say Jif now.
Man of culture as well.
It is still a GIF.
No, it's
so
GIF.
Unfortunately, the literal creator was like, "Yo, it's GIF."
Yeah, but just because he made the word doesn't mean he understands how English works. Okay.
Wait, but then you just said to that guy that you know he's right. So why can't you know that he's right? He literally made the word.
No, but that's not how English works, though. Like the reason peanut butter is GIF is because there's a J.
No.
Yeah. Like. When you start G, it's hard. GIF. Golf.
GIF.
Gastro. I don't know other G words. For some reason I went GIF, golf, and then I thought of like gastrophobic or something. I don't know. What'd you say?
You guys ever some jolf?
Jolf.
Yeah, I love some jolf. I'm just saying.
Jogurt, dude, I love Jogurt.
That was rough, man. I did it though. I was pretty proud of doing 30. I thought that was pretty good. Now that I look back on it,
God, that's so hilarious.
But people are like, "How sick?" I wasn't that sick. Yeah. Except the worst part about it, which you don't get to see, dude. Oh my God, I was so sad. So like, they went to Shake Shack before, and I was like, "Eric was like, do you want like a burger and fries?" Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, dude, that'd be great." Because like, I want substance at some point. Like, I should eat something other than 30 Reese's.
I just want fries.
So like, we do the video, and Dado, his inner mother Levi, gets out and is just like, "We're cleaning this place right now." So he's like, "We're cleaning," and I was like, "All right, we'll
That's
clean."
pretty accurate.
Yeah, it was like, "We're doing it," and I was like, "All right."
Pulled out his like apron, like the feather duster.
All the animals came through the house to clean with him, and he's just going through. It was beautiful.
We were the animals. That's the plot.
I was like, I'm not. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna fight this. So I'm like helping and stuff, and everything's clean. I'm like, all right, let me eat my Shake Shack. Someone like threw away like my dinner, and I was like, and then like, I didn't want to be like actually pissed, but I was so mad. I had to pretend like I didn't want to throw that whole house into a nuclear bomb. Like, I swear,
100% happened.
Because everyone's like, "Rip, yo, that sucks." I was like,
okay, I wasn't like,
die.
I was trying to be reasonable. I was like, to be fair, it's probably in a plastic bag in the trash can outside.
Very true.
So like, if you want to,
if I like wanted to, yeah. And then Christian was like, I'll DoorDash you something. And then at that point, I was like, nah, I'll just go.
I wasn't like rip. I was like, oh, my boy.
Yeah, I was like, at that point, I was just like, I have a headache because I ate 30 Reese's.
I hate you while I'm going to bed.
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, I hate you while I'm going to bed. And then the next day, I actually ended up eating like a cheeseburger at like 8 o'clock at the airport.
Dude, fuck yeah.
And then Christian and I had the same flight. The last time I saw you, it's actually hilarious. It was like a scene from a movie. We were going into the train, and it was sardines in there, man. You guys were all crammed. I literally like went in. I went, nope, and I like went back. Christian went.
I was like, where'd Rob go? And I look out the window, and Rob's just like, bye.
I was like, nope, and then Christian just went. It's so funny. PAX was tight though. I had a really good time. PAX South is really cool. It's like on the smaller side.
Well, it's because you just went this first time.
Yes,
and I've gone since its inception. Just get small every time. And this was no exception.
Was the first time you went the biggest it's ever been?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Wow. That one felt the most like PAX. And then after that.
That's the only one I was really attentive for. And that one was actually surprisingly big.
Yeah. That one was, everyone realized, wait a minute. What are we doing here? And then they all backed out.
Yeah,
because like first year there was like Sony.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, Sony was there. They had some things. There's like a couple like AAA developers.
Dang.
And then some AA's.
What year is this?
And then the Mixer had to come in.
That's what I was saying. When Mixer's the biggest thing you got at your convention.
Is that what? That was the biggest like
it
thing.
was.
And then like there was like Mixer meetups, and I was just like, oh shit, like
that's me.
Yeah.
And they had a sign like, oh, Lupo and Lachlan, and somebody's like doing some Fortnite thing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that has to be over like stream. I was like, they're not going to who's going to bother to come out here? I guess they did, which means PAX South spent too much money on those. They certainly didn't get the return on that. But
Lupo was like half the budget.
Yeah. Lupo's like, all right, yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will go.
Yeah, of course. Meanwhile, we just played board games.
Yeah, that was sweet. Captain Sonar was fun.
Frustrating, but fun.
Yeah. Well, like I was the captain first.
You should explain the game.
Oh, God, it's really hard to explain. So like there's a team of 4 versus another team of 4. They all have their separate roles, and you're like running a submarine. So you have a captain, a first mate, an engineer, and a radio caller. Now the radio caller just the captain says where the ship is going to go and basically determines everything. Well,
we're set up like across the desk with a divider, so we can't see everyone else's.
It's like
the other team.
It's like a IRL battleship, like just constantly going.
But like a much more in depth.
So the captain like chooses where to go, but every time they go somewhere, it like hinders something that the engineer has to cross out on their sheet. So you have to like check in with your engineer where you can go and stuff. But like you have to say like I'm going north. So the problem is like the radio analysis person is supposed to like listen to the other team and try and track
plot their course.
Yeah, like try and figure out where they could possibly be on this map.
But your team struggled with that a little bit.
Claire would be our captain. I was decent. I was not very.
You got better towards the end. I had to like help you at the beginning.
Yeah, I'd be like, so are we going east or are we going west? And then so I would be like west. Like I wouldn't do that.
So I'd be like east or west. West.
So like Claire's like the captain. And you just hear like, going east, and then
or not even really. It was just like, can we go north? Can we go north? Can we go east?
Christian,
there was no confirmation. I was the captain during that one.
Dado was the.
And Dado was just like, what?
It was so, and we won every time too, except the one time when I was captain.
I think we won the first one.
Yeah, because Claire gave me bad info because I could have killed you guys with a direct impact, but I did it one before you guys when I could have done 2.
The radio is the most important.
The radio one is the most fun, I think.
Because like we would have won that last game, because every time we were ready, we had torpedoes, and every time, radio was wrong, so we just missed.
I would give that on my like board game tier list, Talisman being S tier and Operation being F tier. I'd give it like B.
It was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time. It was fun.
Very hectic, and you can like choose to play in turn based or real time. And Danielle was like, "Oh, we gotta do turn based. It sounds too much." I'm like, "We're doing real time. We're just going into this," and it was way better. I think it was way better
for
real
sure.
time.
Yeah,
it was hectic. No one knew what was happening.
Did you have a favorite board game you played at PAX Blue?
Yeah, it's fucking Shards of Infinity. That's just dope.
Year 2 in a row.
I still didn't even play that.
At PAX South.
Oh, you didn't even play it?
Well, because I was at the Spurs game, I think, when you guys were all playing it. Yeah.
Well, funny you mentioned that. I ordered the expansion. It's coming tomorrow.
Oh.
And then I have it here, so we can play whenever.
Okay. Well, I figured
I
we'd
literally
watch the
only
Super
got to
Bowl
play it
here or
one
something.
time, so I'm pretty fucking mad. But I mean, that's fine.
Well, the problem was we
play it more, but
well, I thought so too. But then we had so many other games, and then when we were at PAX, everybody wanted to play new stuff, different stuff. So it just never really
boo, Shards of Infinity.
But
I played Settlers of Catan. That was fun. That was cool.
Isn't it Catan?
Catan. Which I don't know. Catan. I said Settlers of Catan.
You I don't know if you were in the news, but Daniel.
Oh no, I was.
Oh, you were?
I was. This guy like walks up, and Dado rolls a 6. He goes like 6 dicks, 6 dicks, and then this guy's like walking up. He's like, "Hey, can I like put a mic next to you guys and like I like just kind of record you guys like playing for like a little news piece?" And we were like, "Oh yeah, dude, for sure." And then like we walked away. He walked away and he's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Oh god, we don't really know what we just signed up for." And that's when like we were like, "Hot mics are hot." By the way, I was like, "Mics are hot."
I was so confused. I was like, "What?
Yeah,
someone like live streaming?" Like,
yeah, someone had like he like put like a little microphone, but like it was like Mike Wazowski in Monsters Inc. You know how like when he's like standing on TV, the logo like covers him, and you could just see his arms and legs. It was literally just like the back of my head, like just this right here. And so I was
famous.
So Danielle and Dado like they're like talking in it, and you just see the back of my head, and I was like, I was on TV. Like
it was actually really funny because a lot of people apparently messaged them. They're like, "Yeah, we saw you on TV," and then my dad of all people was like, "Hey, I think I saw your friends on TV."
Oh no way! Your dad
so
watches
like,
Dallas 9 or whatever it is. I don't know.
He was like, "What are you talking?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Yeah, your friend who has like the white hair and his
the white hair,
white hair, and the girl with the pink hair." And I was like, "What are you?" Oh my god, Dad and Danielle were on TV. I didn't even know.
This is
Rob was too. He just kind of
he forgot that part.
He just forgot that part.
And then the back of Rob's head, Poggy.
Yeah, he was like, and the back, beautiful man, the back of his head should have got more screen time.
But that whole bit they did though, just encapsulates what I was talking about with the news writing and stuff. It was so cringe.
Oh yeah.
Plus he's that guy that's way too excited. And then 2, also doesn't know his thing, so he's like playing it up as if everyone at the thing's like a kid,
or
something like
what do you like about PAX?
Yeah, games.
Yeah,
what do you like?
Yeah,
I played Pong when it came out. Like, all right, boomer.
He's like
no. Aside from that,
I'll have to find the link to that or that story or something.
Yeah, find something.
Yeah, I'll put it.
The food, as always, was delicioso.
I do it again for my people.
Rob doesn't have a proper.
I thought that place palette. We ate at where I had like the tequila. Like
you also like 4 tequila deep, so I don't listen to you.
Hammered.
We literally.
I was, but like good hammered. Like I was not like woo, but I was like.
See,
woo.
To be fair though, that's what most people go to Misunderstanding for at this point.
Yeah.
To get fucking hammered on Mexican drinks.
Yeah, it was tight.
Well, I don't know if you heard him, but we like sat down. And was it Arios? Or who was
Arios.
He was like, "You want to do a tequila shot?"
No, I asked him originally.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're like, "All right, we'll do like 1 tequila shot." It was just Rob and Arios. And Rob's talking and stuff, and like, do the first shot. He's like, "Okay, whatever we do, I just can't have like 4 or whatever." He's like,
"I can't have more than 3."
Yeah, I can't have more than 3 because he's like, then you don't want to be around me.
Yeah, like nobody.
And what does he do? Order more than 3.
Well, I get to 3. I get to 3. I'm like cutting it, and then Arios goes, "Hey, Rob." And I look at him. And he goes, "You want to do another one?" And I'm not gonna say no to Arios while I'm 3 tequilas deep already. Like, what's a 4th one? But like now I can raise it now because now I can see that I can handle a 4th one. That was kind of a test.
Well, maybe though you also weren't at high altitude.
Very true too.
Oh,
very true. Man, maybe I could have had like 7 while I was down there. I was pretty hammered though, but that was
feeling pretty good.
San Antonio.
Oh my god! And then the Uber ride.
Oh, Claire told me about that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Terrifying.
How was that terrifying? Oh, I mean, like he almost ran a stop sign. I was like, "Yo, we're gonna die."
Killed us.
Yeah.
And, Good Lord. So we have Rob, 4 tequila deep man up here in the passenger side with...
Taking one for the team, dude, because, if you ride in an Uber, the rule is if you're in the front seat, you got to have a conversation with the Uber driver. That's just how it is. Exactly. You just have to do it. Because if you're in the back seat and you don't say anything, it's not, rude and it's not, weird.
Had I known this was going to happen, I would have taken the front seat. But we were with, I think his name was, Eduardo. And I think he talked about, he was born and raised in Mexico, came to San Antonio recently in the past couple of years or whatever.
Yeah.
Really thick accent, kind of broken English.
Yeah.
And on the older side.
Yeah, very.
And
he's just doing the best.
Yeah, he's grinding.
He is. Yeah, I respect it.
He's grinding.
But he doesn't need a driver's license. Find another way to grind.
He literally almost ran a stop sign. I was like, yo, we're going to die. He's like, we're okay. And I was like, all right.
So we start and Rob's just being ridiculous. We're kind of talking amongst ourselves for a little while. And then for some reason, Eduardo just he starts talking about, I think.
No, he starts talking we're on the freeway and it's like a fork. It's going east or west, right? Never eat sog. Yeah, so it's right. East or west. It's just, you get one or the other. And he looks at me and he goes, so do I go east or west? And it mind you, it's 350 feet in front of me. I gotta make a choice now. And I was like, east, bro. I was like, west, west. And he okay. So he gets in the west and goes. And then we're taking this long way. And he's like, oh, you told me to go west. And I was like, oh, I meant east. I was like, oh man, that sucks. And I was like, he's like, this is kind of your fault. And I was like, no, it's not mine. I'm not going to put this all on me. You kind of threw me under the bus. I was like, I'm going to make it 70% you, 30% me. Or how about 60-40? I was like, I'll take 40, you take 60. And he's like, okay. And I was like, all right, thank you.
Mind you, the guy doesn't actually sound like this. I can barely understand what he's saying.
Very thick accent.
And it all starts with, he goes you can never trust these GPS things. And that's when he's like, east or west or something like that. Yeah. So I was like, what do you mean you can't trust it? So what should have been a 7-minute ride back to our Airbnb was 23 minutes.
Yeah. Was it really that long?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know where we were at some point. I think
it's so funny. It's so funny because I took Danielle and Dado to Quick Trip because she wanted to see if she can get this drink specifically. And I even take a wrong turn to get to the Quick Trip. So we have to take a small detour. We literally take a detour, go to the Quick Trip, then take the long way back home because we have to take all the back roads. And we literally get there just after you guys get home.
It was one of those moments I get out, you kiss the ground, thank God.
Oh, it was a good trip.
Get me out of that.
I had a good time. And then he was talking about some restaurant, and then I was like, oh,
no,
I go on there.
It was a restaurant.
Oh yeah, he talked about something. He's like, do you go there? He said something. He was like, oh, that's that. You go there? And I was like. And then the last thing I want to do is make somebody feel I don't care about what they're talking about or make them feel weird. So I'm not going to be what the fuck did you just say? I'm going to be helpful. And I was like, yeah, I eat there every Tuesday, man. What about you? And then he's like, yeah, I get the
Well, no, he was like, you been?
Yeah.
He didn't understand what you're talking about. You're
yeah.
Yeah, I get the enchiladas or something. And he goes, enchiladas? It's clearly not a restaurant.
I don't know what it was to this day.
And you just
I just didn't want him to feel weird.
And then he's just oh,
because he was
I love mole.
Yeah, I was oh, it's great.
And chile. And then you start naming foods.
Yeah, and then I was like, hell yeah, those are fire.
And then
I love enchiladas, bro.
Yeah, I was like, that's sick. I was like, it's fucking fire.
And then Rob's wondering why, he thought stoplights are the size of his body, but they look like a penny.
No, so the size of a stoplight, they look small, right? Because they're high up, dude. But if you put a person up to a stoplight, it's the size of the person. They're huge. They're 5 foot.
We got Rob telling this to Eduardo in the front.
And then the people in the back, the whole ride, anything I say is
no, because we just could not believe. And you can't tell because you were in the middle of it, but it was bizarre. Terrifying. I wish I had just recorded that. It was a mix of terrifying. Not to mention, we come to a 4-way stop, and this guy doesn't. He just blares it, and then in the middle of it decides to skirt.
He's like, go,
because there's another guy at the stop sign to his right.
That's when I was like, we're gonna die.
Yeah, and then he is flashing his lights, waving the guy, come on, what are you doing? And if I'm the other guy there, I'm just like, go ahead, please.
Dude. Yeah, it was wild. I literally couldn't hold it in. I was like, we're dying. He's like, no, we're good. He's like, we're good. He's like, come on, let him go. And he's like, come on. And I was like, get me out of here.
Okay, he's the only driver I've ever given something except for 5-star.
Really? You didn't give him 5?
1 star.
Wow.
Because he should not be driving
you're that
people.
dude from our podcast.
I have given a 1 star though before. I have given a 1 star.
I gave it for driving and GPS. He didn't follow any GPS, and his driving was bad. So.
Yeah.
You know what is not 1 star?
What?
This ad read.
Hey,
wait.
How do you not see those coming by now?
I don't know.
And welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode
24.
I want to say 24. Yeah.
No, I think it's 23. Right?
No, I think it is 23.
This is our Michael Jordan game.
Because you had a sweatshirt last week that had 23 on it, and someone's like, Rob should have worn that for 23, not 22.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's like
by the way,
old soccer jersey.
You broke the sweater or the hoodie season.
But okay, here's what I'm saying. If a thistleweed and a tumbleweed are the same thing, a sweatshirt and a hoodie are the same thing. So they classify underneath the same thing. So shut up. Yes, it is. That's exactly how it works.
That's not even comparable.
Yes, it is.
I love the guy that tweeted me though, or tweeted us, like the Google Trends, and he's like, "Here Google searches for Russian thistle or whatever,"
Oh, yeah.
and like the day after podcast, like just a massive spike. It's probably like, "What the fudge are they on about right now?"
Russian thistles
should have never been a thing.
It's true.
It's just a tumble.
Would you like to read our Patreon supporters on the phone?
On the phone,
right? Don't you have that list?
Hello, first caller.
Oh, that'd be sick if we had callers. That'd be monk-esque though.
It is a little monk-esque. Well, it might be a little bit better since we're not live.
That's when it's monk-esque. So I feel like that'd be just a dangerous game we'd play.
True, but like when there's like live streamers doing like those, I'm like, that's
monk W.
You're getting that's like
you're asking for trouble.
Playing like Russian roulette right now. And I am finding these names.
You'll never believe. I haven't looked at the question since like posting on the Patreon. I swear to you. I have not looked. You will never believe what the first question is on here. You will not believe it.
Hit me with it.
Okay. So we're going to start with our questions.
Wait, well, let me read these real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much to Wayne NG, Brandon Smith, Beanerd, Sean, Logan Boyd, Throne Lisinski, Chris Yeager, Blake Russell, Dev Hollow, Jaden Blanche, Maria Brenius, GP Hash, and Benjamin Thomas for your support on the podcast.
Thank you,
and
Stans.
The Patreon.
And then thank you, Bigger Stans.
The biggest of Stans.
Yes, thank you. Okay, this question is from N.A. Barry.
Right?
Yeah. Have you heard of the theory going around that your balls have taste buds?
Oh.
If so, have you tried it or will you try it? I am not kidding you. That is the first question on here. I didn't scroll anywhere.
I bet.
That is the first one.
I bet you.
This is like the easiest bait of all time.
Supported the podcast. Just so she could post it. I'm pissed.
No, yes, we have heard it, and I've had multiple requests to try it, and I have turned every request down. I don't want to try
start
it.
up the OnlyFans and do my balls soy sauce.
It's just weird. I don't know. Like the act of teabagging into something, I don't even want to try. It's just like, well, it's just like the awkward angle, just like stretching my legs out like a crab, and then like having, and then like I'm afraid. What if I do taste something? What if everything I know is a lie?
Just imagine you're like,
or like, do my balls go? Like, do I taste it in my nuts or do I taste it in my mouth?
I guess you're nuts.
See, I don't want to. I don't even want to try.
I think it's just a bait.
I just have a jalapeno. Go for it.
Do you think it's bait, Blue, or do you think that's a real thing?
That's a really easy bait.
Yeah, I think it's bait too.
Well, everyone's saying, but like, sign.
You and this goddamn mic.
It's a hate relationship. Anyway, what were we talking about? Ham sandwich.
Oh God, what were we talking about?
Balls have
balls.
Right.
Wow. I just heard this so much these past like 3 days. I just block it out of my fucking head at this point.
Their thing is like, but it's like the person that started this is like a scientist, and like they've been doing studies, and they like showed this thing because they were studying like fertility or something, and learned along the way, I guess, that balls have taste buds that can only taste umami or whatever, and like really sweet or sweetness. Or something.
Good thing it doesn't taste fucking salty shit, because then it would be awful to have balls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like my balls have had taste buds. They would have tasted something by now. I mean, in the past 25 years, there's got to be something
that's
weird
like maybe
that
sweet that's touched those things.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, but no, I'm not doing it. I've heard of it. Yes, I've heard of it, but I'm not even going to try to participate. Blue, do it and let us know.
Yeah, you have to be you'll take one for the team, right?
Yeah, you do it.
No.
But have you heard of that though?
That's the easiest bait I've ever heard. Why would I?
So you think it's absolute humbug?
That's Coney 2012 levels of bait.
That's big bait. I remember watching it too first time. I almost thought about donating.
I did.
Oh, did?
I bought like the sticker, and I was
really?
like, I'm gonna sticker this on the stop sign. Doing my part.
You're
man.
so hard, dude.
Yeah, doing my part.
It's incredible. Yeah, no, it didn't last very long, but I was like, wow, yeah, Coney. But yeah, it's this giant thing taking over TikTok.
All right. Here's a question from Griffin. I think we might have answered this, but I don't know if we've done it on this episode, because we've done like how we met, but I don't think we've done how the extended Dream Team members have all met each other.
Oh, that's the extended war.
Yeah,
that's in the EU, the extended universe.
That's the Oh, so it's not canon, or is it canon?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. Some people think EU is canon.
Okay.
But usually, not always canonical. I forget how to say that.
Oh. Well, I don't think I brought anybody to the group. I think it was more so you two that brought everybody.
It was more so Blue. well, let's see. Okay, so I met Blue.
Yeah.
I'd already known you.
Mm-hmm.
We all met. And then who was the
It was
next
because of
one?
PokeWatch.
It must have been Shark. Shark.
Well, somewhere in the Discord, we were playing
Ab. I think my Ab may have came fourth or something like that.
So I think it was Shark. I think Shark was first, because I remember we needed something. We needed like a fourth, and I was like, "Oh, Shark is on. Shark's hilarious. Let's get Shark."
Shark's tight.
He's a funny dude.
And then Ab was probably next, because I mean, Ab. I just knew Ab, and he was always a chill dude.
The only one that
Shark
I know
was hilarious, then Ab was hilarious too. So I was like, all right, let's bring Ab in.
The only one I can confirm his lore is that, at least for me, the first time I met Bless is we did TTT with him, and his mic was trash.
Oh, it was so
His
bad.
mic was trash.
All I remember is Fruit wasn't sure whether to call him Blessius or Blessius.
Oh yeah, I never knew. Well, because he wants Blessius.
Yes.
But I believe the way it's spelled it would be pronounced Blessius.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I don't know where you had met Bless, because
I want to say Dork. Like, honestly, Shark.
I remember Dork very well. How he came in.
Really?
It was a PokeWatch video, and I remember we really needed. I mean,
we hadn't played with him before PokeWatch. I feel like we would have.
No! It might have been
like maybe custom.
It was one of two actually.
How old are PokeWatch?
It was either Dead by Daylight. No, it was Dead by Daylight actually.
PokeWatch videos are those kind of videos that feel like we did those yesterday, but they're like 4 years old.
2017.
Guys, that's old.
I
want to say it is Dead by Daylight
or PokeWatch, or one of the two.
I
remember both of those videos specifically because Dork said so little in those videos.
But people
the little he said, people were like, "Who is Dork? I love Dork.
Yeah,
get him on other videos." And I was like, "Oh, that makes."
But see, we talked to Dork before that though. Like, I don't remember the first time I'd like met or talked to Dork.
No.
Or Ab or Shark. It just kind of all happened.
Yeah. It was kind of just like we were all. I'm
pretty sure your first encounters with them were in videos, like really, like real, like actual, like first, like hey, let's have a conversation type thing. I don't think you really.
I mean, I guess it's
just so blurred at this point, like
that too, and because they all just came from Blue. At first, it was like, oh, this is Blue's friend, and then it became and then
these
are our friends now,
and then Dado. I met Dado at like the first E3 that we went to.
I met Dado.
Wasn't Dado just from TT? I mean,
I guess the reason I just knew Dado, was because all the Bungie visits, and the conventions, we just got to know each other and see each other, and that was pretty much that. Like, I remember the first time, I I like officially met him. It was a Bungie visit, and we got there early, and we were like the only ones there. He's like, "Let me take you out to pizza, my man."
Mm-hmm.
So we get pizza, but like he did this whole like so like tell me everything about you.
Yeah.
So like goes like get to know your lore.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
because I think he did that with like you and Arios, right? Blue?
He does it for everybody. That's like his.
Really?
His,
I don't think I ever did that with Dado.
That's his rubric.
Well,
that's like how he gets
Yeah, I guess I'm not in with the squad.
His rubric. He's like, let me make a syllabus here.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to people, they're like, "Oh, did Dado do his thing with you?" And I was like, "What thing?" He's like, "Yeah, he just sits down with you and he's like, so tell me everything about you." And I was like, "Oh yeah, he did that thing."
And that was that. The pizza was pretty bad, unfortunately.
Oh. Was this like 2013?
That would be my senior year in high school.
Oh, so
freshman year of college.
15?
It would have been late 2015. Because the first visit was Taken King reveal stream to Bungie.
Yeah.
I think that was my first time. Was it my first time? Because I think so. Because wait, it was House of Wolves. What came out after House of Wolves?
The Outbreak Prime, right?
Oh, House of Wolves was Taken King, yeah.
Yeah, so Taken King must have been next because I missed House of Wolves. You
didn't miss much.
And then then Taken King, and I think that's when I first met Dado. And then just from there we just became friends. Bless I met at the first PlayStation Experience PSX, in Anaheim, and when was it?
It's when Sparrow Racing League was happening because that's when they announced it.
Yeah, so that was probably like 2017,
something like that. Maybe 2016, bro.
Maybe like December 2016 or something. Yeah, I don't know, wherever that was. And I'm trying to remember how I met Bless. I think it was we got in late. All the Destiny Bungie people, they flew out, and then the next morning, like the DM or something was talking about, like, hey, we're gonna grab IHOP real quick before we go to the convention. It's like right next to the hotel. I'm hungry, sure. So I go there. I want to say Dad was there too, but then a whole bunch of other Bungie people, but as well as Bless. And for some reason, I think we like sat next to each other, just started talking, and he was a really cool dude, just really fun to talk to and hang out with. So we like chilled the whole convention, and talked a whole bunch, and that's how I met him. And then I kept in touch with him after that. And Sonic was
Blue's friend.
Blue's friend as well. That
Sonic
one
was Blue and Dado's friend.
For sure, yeah. He's and he's Ari's friend too. Like he's like part of the he's more so I am too than like Matt. Well, nowadays
Sammy's the relatively new.
Yeah,
we met
because he's been in videos before, but this is like the most. I mean, obviously the more recent ones where we like actually bring him in. That was more like
is Sammy on the T?
No,
he would be on the T now.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He was kind of like when we do like custom games and it's like get like Twisted and One
like
Man and E-Bear. It like he was one of those at first. Then we played some more.
He's hilarious. I love Sammy.
Funny dude. Oh, and then Arios. He's the OGist.
Yeah, I guess he's like the first.
Technically, yeah. Arios is there before all of us.
Yeah,
I met him. When was that?
High school, right?
I think freshman year of high school. We were playing Black Ops or something. And I met him through a friend. Like I hopped in a party of another person's friend on 360 and Arios was there. And I distinctly remember this. I totally forgot about this. At the time, I'd started a bowl of fruit channel, my very first one. And I forget what I'd done. I was making some sort of videos or something. But I've been talking to some dude on Steam that was like on some forum I visited. And he was just like, yo, I know Seananners. He's a good friend of mine.
And you stay in Seananners.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, like that's so sick. And he was talking like, I think I might be able to get you like a shout out in the next respawn. And I was like, that'd be so sick. He's like, yeah, like he and I go back to what was it, like high school or no, middle school, like we met in middle school, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, this is so sick.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I might actually like talk or meet Seananners or like get a shout out. Can you imagine that? I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so amazing. And talked to this guy for a couple days. But it was always kind of dodgy. And I was like, yo, like, have you told him anything yet? And I got contacted by somebody else on the forum. Like, yo, I don't know if you knew this, but like so-and-so is just like catfisher.
Yeah, he's like baiting you.
Yeah, like he's like a serial liar, and like all this kind of stuff. Like anything he's ever said to you is a lie, and hopefully you told him like no personal stuff. It was a heartbreak.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that yet. And when I hopped into this party, I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I might get a shout out from like Seananners." And Aries goes, "Seananners? I love that guy." Like, really? I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "I have a YouTube channel." He said, "Oh yeah, me too." And then we just eventually the mutual friend had left the party, and we stayed and just talked and played, and that was the start of the friendship.
Here we are now.
Yep. And then eventually, first PAX South, Eris and I get to meet Seananners.
Yeah, it all came full circle.
It did. And then after I met Seananners, I gave him an index card. I think I've told this story before. I gave him an index card because I approached him after his talk. I was like, "Hey, I need some advice, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Yo, if you can just check out my channel." I was that guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't, well,
hey,
but I was like,
you got hustled, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But I was like, I don't expect you to actually review it or anything. Like, even just giving you a link and knowing you might see it, that's cool with me.
Yeah.
So I gave him to it, but on the back of the index card, it said, "One day we're going to make a video with each other." Looking back, so cringe. Oh my God.
Looking back on it.
Like, honestly, yeah. That's actually super
cringe?
creepy.
Is it cringe?
Kinda. Like, imagine
it's pretty creepy.
Imagine I'm at a con and some guy's like, "Yo, here," and just we're gonna make a video one day, and it's some random. I'm like, "What?" Like, I imagine Seananners saw that and just threw it away. Like, that was probably the end of that. But fast forward, like 4 years later,
you did make a video with him.
He messages me about making a video.
Oh,
and we made a video.
Did you tell him like, "Hey, I
no.
gave"? Okay. You have to one of these days. If you ever see him again, like, "Hey man, I don't know." He's like, "You're that kid?" Like,
oh my God. But it's just so funny that like that actually happened, because that's like, that was so out of character for me too. Like, that's not something I would have done.
Dude, fruit was really high after he did that Seananners.
Oh my God.
With that group. Because like I think like literally the next day we do like a Pokewatch, and like we do our usual fucking around. But I mean, sometimes we go a little too far. And I distinctly remember I do something that's a little over the top, and Fruit's like, "Bro, Blue, you better watch it, dude. If you don't start acting correct, like I know Seananners now, dude. Like, you better."
I know people now. I'm in circles, bro.
I know people.
And then that was literally like right before he just like disappeared. But hey, I was in there.
Okay.
If you think about it, you were basically like one of the last people we ever collabed with.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Does he not release any content anymore?
For like 2 years now.
Really?
Almost. Yeah. Didn't even put a farewell video either.
Wow.
I know.
Just kind of dipped the set, and he's like, "I'm out of here."
He'd been slowing down his content for several years leading up to that. So,
but if you never say goodbye, then you've never left. You know.
Exactly. So you could always come back.
I'm 13, and this is deep.
That is actually pretty deep.
We're gonna record a video together.
Okay, I don't know what this means, but it sounds like a good question. But you guys are gonna have to explain to me what it means. This is from Derek. As fellow 90s babies, what do you feel like was a fever dream and turned out to be real? What does that mean?
Like,
well, we were all born in the 90s.
Yes.
Okay.
What's a fever dream? Like, what you felt like was just a fever dream. What does that mean?
I know the idea, but if I might mess it up. I feel like I know what it is, but I'm gonna look it up.
I think that was I didn't understand the question, but that means it's a good question. Because all the other ones are like, "Do you guys eat glue? Like, do you prefer Elmer's glue or Gorilla Glue?"
I looked up fever dream. And this is, temperature affects the way your brain works, and fevers can produce waking hallucinations, vivid. That's not what I was talking about.
I think what he probably means is like, what do you think is real now that back then you thought would be like just so wild to even comprehend?
I think that's what it means too. I think
a literal fever dream is like
I actually have
like
a
dream you
one.
have when you have a fever, where like they're really fucking crazy and bizarre and make no sense.
I actually have one. I remember when I was like 5 or 6, and I was like, man, I love fast food. I was like, why can't fast food be delivered to me? And I was like, that is never going to happen ever. I was like, they can deliver pizza for whatever reason, but I can't get like McDonald's or like Burger King delivered to me.
You could have been cashing out, bro.
Well, I was like, that is just like something that is never gonna happen ever. Like, I'm never gonna see that in my dream, because then like it takes all the franchises to agree to it, and then it takes like an independent person, and there's too many things.
That's what a 5-year-old's thinking.
Well, I just like
the franchises and the business thing. Man, oh my god,
I just remember just not thinking like that was possible. I was just like, it's never gonna be able to deliver food to my
stocks,
house.
I mean, the Dow, it's probably
the Dow's on the up though. But no, I didn't think that was going to be a thing. Like the fact that I can DoorDash food to me every day. I prefer DoorDash, by the way. I don't know if you Uber Eats or DoorDash.
I have them all. I do not discriminate.
You don't discriminate.
Well, because they all have different things.
Oh, really?
They don't have all the same.
So what is an example of one that?
Like Uber Eats would have Anthony's, but DoorDash will have like Cane's.
I don't like it. You know what the problem with Cane's is? The styrofoam box. It makes everything all moist and wet. Hate that. Moist. Yeah, it's gross. Do you have fever dreams? I guess your Pokemon stuff is kind of fever dream.
Me?
Or both of you?
I'm trying to think of like. Honestly, yeah, probably. For me, probably Pokemon is. Thinking back when I was a kid, I didn't think. I remember thinking as a kid, like, oh my god, like, this is so sick. I kind of already knew as a kid, like, where gaming was going. And I was like, oh, I mean, this is obviously going to... Because we were starting to get new consoles around the time Pokemon, like, Gold and Silver had come out.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, even before then, like, we had, like, the Game Boy Advance, and, like, we started getting, like, more and more stuff. And, like, the Sony's PlayStation, and then the PS2 was coming out, and
but Pokemon games are on handheld.
Yeah, but I mean, just seeing where technology was going, like,
yeah,
I was at an age where I was like, technology was already like starting to like really ramp up. So I just remember thinking as a kid, I was like, oh my god, like imagine how cool Pokemon games are going to be in the future.
Like Pokemon Go, like being like the kind of ultimate one.
And this is at this point. I played red, yellow, and blue because I was so addicted to Pokemon. Like, I loved Pokemon. I was like, give me the plushes, give me the...
I mean, you still do.
Fucking keychains, give me everything. I was like, I need more Pokemon in life. And I just remember thinking, man, Pokemon would be amazing in the future. And it was around X and Y that I really like realized, like, oh my god.
This sucks.
No.
I realized.
I was like, oh my god, I've been playing Pokemon since I was a kid. Oh my, this is like literally what I wanted, because X and Y was when we got the 3D models.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
I had to go out and buy
I've been
2DS.
waiting for this since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Did X and Y come out before Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
No.
No.
Wait.
Aren't those 3D sprites though?
After.
No.
They're
2D.
Not? Oh.
The overworld was like a hybrid 2D, 3D. It was still 2D, but they kind of
the battle, like the movement.
Yeah. But I agree with Blue. Like early on, like when I first played Pokemon Stadium, I was like, I wish Pokemon battles were like this in the game.
Yes, that, yeah.
Yeah.
They were like this in the game.
And now they're even better. But I remember it's like, man, imagine just playing like red and blue or whatever, and like this is the battles. That'd be so sick.
Oh my god!
And
then we
we
literally get the
Pokemon Stadium 2 is a superior one.
Well, yeah,
that's a retweet.
The mini games on 2 were the bomb.
Yes.
But I think my favorite dream would probably just been like, I love video games so much. I was like, man, one day I wish I could just play video games.
Yeah.
Like that's my job.
Very true. That's a really good fever dream.
And I guess I'm close enough to it. At first, it was like, I want to be a play tester.
Yeah,
because that's like fun. Like, you get paid to play video games.
That was the only way you could kind of do that.
And then you realize what playtesting is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're not even playing games.
I would never want to do
like
that.
When you did. Well, you play tested for Anthem. You're in the credits.
Oh my.
You're in the credits.
That's probably literally what QA testers go through in other games. But they brought content creators like, hey, so we
can you say how bad it was now? Like
probably it was. Okay, so they're like, this was. When did Anthem come out? Last year?
It came out last year. Yes,
100%
came out last year.
Well, but 2018 technically, like late 2018, right? Because
it came out 2019.
No.
Did it?
Yes.
Anthem came out last year, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthem came out like February, like February-ish.
So I think they flew me out a year before that. It was like February 2018.
Mm-hmm.
They flew me out to Vancouver. EA headquarters for I think Anthem for the most part. And I'm like, oh, cool. We'll just get like early look, maybe get some gameplay. At that point, no one knew like anything about Anthem. They hadn't released anything.
And it had been announced for like 4 or 5 years at this point.
Well, no.
Well, like it had been like, we're working on this.
Since E3, when they're like.
It might be like E3 2015 that game was announced.
When they showed that cinematic.
Yes.
That didn't resemble anything. But the funny thing to know about that stuff too, like literally like at that time when they made that cinematic, they have like nothing. It's literally just a cinematic. They don't even have like anything working in game. They haven't even started on it. Yeah, it's pretty much here's a cinematic. This is what it's which is why you can never trust those.
They look sick though.
They do. But I go there and I'm like, okay, cool, we'll do this stuff. It was literally like a QA summit for like 3 days. I don't even think I got paid either. Because at first I was just like, oh, cool. Like, well, never been to Canada. Maybe I'll have some free time. Go around there. I knew like Datto, MTash, and a couple other people would be there. So like, cool, hang with some buds. And then I might get some exclusive gameplay and maybe it'll do well. Whatever. I don't do that anymore. So I show up and next day we get in early, like 8 a.m.
That's really early.
Yeah. And they do like a quick tour of the thing, which they can't show us like anything. Because it's all behind closed doors. And then they're like, this is
a door where the people work behind. Where everything you want to see is.
And so then we go into like this conference room, giant conference room. It literally looked like a lecture hall from college. And you sit in seats. And then they like gave us packets. And they started a slideshow. And then it wasn't like, this is our game. This is, what do you think about this? What if we did this? We're thinking about this. Is this okay? Like literally, it's like a focus group. And I'm like, when do we get to play? They're like, all right, a play session. I'm like, okay, finally, thank God. They have me testing the tutorial, which isn't even fleshed out. It was literally blocks, like no textures. The only thing textured, they only had the Colossus Titan working, and it was janky. I was the Colossus Titan. Everything else was blocks, untextured.
Like a gray palette, like.
Yep, untextured. And they're like, see if this makes sense. Or like to like test this tutorial. And then when you finished, you'd have to go onto their site. They had surveys. They're like, what did you think? Do this. You have to fill that out. Write like little essays about, well, this is feedback. All right. And then play it again.
All free, by the way.
Yeah. And then went on to.
How long does that take? That play session is how long?
I mean, the 2 tutorials and a survey is like 2 hours. Jesus. It's miserable. And not only that, like the movement wasn't even like, it literally felt like I was underwater. Like the controls were garbage. So it wasn't.
Are you playing mouse, keyboard, or controller?
You can only play controller. And janky controls. Like literally that's when I realized Anthem was gonna fail. Like it was less than a year till the release, and this is where they were. And the stuff they were asking us about, I was like, this is not something you should be asking now. You should have already known this.
Like everything.
This should have been figured out a while ago.
Yeah. It's like, what have you been doing since you announced that this was coming out?
Apparently nothing. And so just everything, it's just a buggy mess. Little to nothing around. We get to explore a little bit of the open world right outside of the original tower or whatever, which was so boring. Like go around, oh, there's some things to shoot. Super unboring to shoot. You couldn't even like make out enemies. There weren't any sound effects. The controls are still janky. Yeah, flying was literally a nightmare. I hated it. Like nothing was satisfying. There were no hit markers. There's no player like feedback. The UI was garbage. Like why am I here? Like what? Literally.
Because you're like, I'm not capturing this clearly and showing.
And everything was under NDA. Couldn't talk about it. And then what happened? Like that was like a day and a half of that.
So you're there for 3 days to do that.
And then like third day was literally like 6 hours. It felt like in a smaller conference room around a table with some of the devs, and they're just asking questions. We're giving feedback. I'm literally just sitting there like, kill me. Like, why am I here right now? Like,
oh man, that is so funny.
But you know what they call it? That's when they started the EA Game Changers.
Oh, is that what that is?
You want to be a game changer? Come do this stuff for free for us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Never be a game changer again?
No. Ridiculous.
And that's how we knew that Anthem was going to be bad.
And that's when Anthem was coming out. There's a reason I still have not loaded it since the release. I got a free copy. I haven't played it all.
We played a little bit. We played like maybe an hour, 2 hours. It's probably the worst game of 2019.
We played the beta. Like I played the beta, and I was like, this is still as bad as I thought.
Blue, you played a lot more. You got to like the part that they purposely put in that game where it was like a roadblock, right? Where it like slowed your progress down, and then you quit at that point, right?
No, I played way more than that.
Oh, did you?
I probably put like almost 100 hours in Anthem.
Damn, I didn't know you grinded it that hard.
It's 100 hours.
I grinded it pretty hard. I got to the end game where literally it was 3 strikes from Destiny. I mean, to be fair, they were really cool because like the bosses at the end were pretty well designed. But
yeah,
like then right around the time I quit, because I still was kind of like fairly invested because I really liked the game. Like I really liked the flying was so satisfying. All the abilities were really cool. It wasn't until glitches started coming out where people were like, "Hey, so like, there's this white assault rifle that has the highest DPS of all the guns in the game," and I'm just like,
and you literally start with it.
It's like imagine the Kavach that was the best gun in Destiny.
And and people start like looking at the formulas and figuring it out, and they're like, "Yeah, so like all the formulas that calculate our damage are held together by WD-40." And at this point, none of our loot actually matters because like all the early game stuff is actually better than our end game stuff that we have to grind for. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm done with this game.
Are they still putting DLC out for Anthem? Like, does Anthem have
still doing something?
Does it have DLC?
I'm pretty sure they said they've stopped development on the game, but I think I'm pretty sure they still have a team that like does bug fixes and general.
Oh God, those poor people.
Well,
they had this whole little like mini winter event thing that was going on, but it's literally like, so the map is snowy.
But they were talking about though, like they invested so much that it's something. At least this was a headline I read a while ago that like even though like this one failed, they're committed to making it like a full standing franchise and blah blah blah. And I'm like, just let it die.
Yeah,
you messed up. BioWare tainted their reputation forever. Let's just move on with our lives.
Yeah. A lot of devs last year, really, I mean, even the year before, like Bethesda, BioWare.
What's worse, Anthem or Fallout 76?
Fallout 76.
Yeah. Oh, really? I give it to Anthem.
Well,
I say...
At least, like, if you grinded for a weapon, it wasn't, like, nullified by something that you get from the video. Like,
I think with Anthem, it was... Anthem was definitely like the less complete game, no doubt. But Fallout 76 was like a mix of not being complete and
let me take your money while you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close.
They both have their cons. They don't really have
as
pros.
Far as like industry-wide effect, Fallout 76 easy.
Oh like, yeah, for sure.
All right, fine, I agree. Yeah, you're right. Fallout 76 was 2019.
But I mean, literally, I'd forget. Like I don't remember what Anthem to watch. That's it too. It's like I just forgot about it. Like
gone.
I don't even know. Yeah.
On to the next one. Well, on to the next podcast because we got to wrap it up here. Yeah.
No.
I know. I can't do an intro, but I can do an outro. Hey, Blue, where can people find you on the internet?
Well, guys, you can find me everywhere at BlueWestlo. I'm sorry, I just got really excited because in the DMs, Dado said he's downloading Temtem.
Oh, very tight.
Wait, we didn't get a tongue about it. Damn.
All right, get your Temtem in.
No, we'll do that next episode.
I mean, we are at the end of it's already been an hour and a half.
Right,
if we
like
talk about Temtem, it'll be a 2-hour podcast.
I'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
Because I'll probably have my playthrough done.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Go watch that.
I haven't played enough of it to.
It's great. I love it.
To give a great opinion. Anyways, you can find me everywhere at BlueWestlo.
Twitch.tv/RabbyV, Instagram, Twitch, whatever, everywhere.
Mr. Fruit, if you want to watch the Temtem playthrough, second channel called More Mr. Fruit. There you go.
Well, with that, we're out, chat.
Sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah.
We love you guys. We do. It's not.
We're trying.
It's not us or you. It's us. It's us.
Yeah, it's not you.
Babe. You're
it's
a pog.
Me.
We're just an Omega lol.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Bye.